Hey, what's up? This is Ryan here, and today I'm going to be talking about Secret Invasion, the newest Marvel show that just dropped like one day ago. And let me tell you something. This is it. This is it. If you wanted something different from Marvel, this is it. And even though there are classy MCU humory bits here and there, this is very much different than anything they've put out in their last like 4 or 5 projects because I kind of like after She-Hulk, I was like, this is it. I am no longer gonna watch Marvel like unless something really exciting or something really different happens. So this is it. When this trailer dropped, I was like, okay, okay, I'm interested. I'm interested in watching this because first of all, I am not really interested in Skrulls. I do not care about them at all. I haven't watched Captain Marvel. I just know the story a little bit, and I know that Talos is a main character from that movie that shows up here. Um, that's why I was kind of skeptical about going into this one, but the story and premise and the visuals, the sound, etc., the vibes, they seem to be way different than any past MCU stuff that we've seen so far. Like after Endgame, I think we've like receded in quality, like bit by bit, and I haven't seen Guardians. People are saying it's amazing, it's emotional, whatever. Okay, fine, but I don't care about Guardians of the Galaxy. Like I don't care about them. So this seemed intriguing, and I was really excited about going into this one. And let me tell you something, this doesn't disappoint. It really did not disappoint. So this reaction is going to be a bit of a different kind of thing that compared to how I put out reaction videos, because one thing, I cannot use this recording room for like an hour because it's the only one that has AC, and the other members of the family are like, yo, let us in, it's extremely hot out there. So I can't like sit and record for like an hour straight. I am so sorry. Excuse me, I just choked on saliva. And another thing is that, um, these reactions, I don't really react while watching this. I just noticed this. Like I was watching this episode, and I was like, the entire time I was like, I was making the same exact face. So I don't think those reaction videos would matter to anything. So I don't think you guys are losing on any reactions. But that being said, I'm still going to talk a little bit about what I feel were the standout points about this episode. So this whole review, I should call it a review rather. The whole review of this show is going to be like this. I'm going to like talk for at least 5-10 minutes about stuff that I like, stuff that I didn't like, stuff that made me go, oh my God, and stuff that made me go, oh my God. So I hope you guys still enjoy it. I'm gonna try to keep it as entertaining as possible. I'm even speaking faster than I usually do, so I hope that's okay. And I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna play this little trailer of Secret Invasion for you guys to like watch or something. Like put this video in the background and listen to this. Think of this as a podcast. So for the first time in my life, I have written down points in this little diary of mine. I don't know if you guys can see this. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about certain things that stood out for the episode, and I've written these down as the episode went on. So like, I don't. They're like most of them are in order. So let's talk about the first one. All right, let's begin. But if you guys want to watch me react to other Marvel shows, there have been reactions to She-Hulk and other stuff on my channel. You guys can check those out. Those are like normal reactions. But I felt like this one, those big Marvel reactions don't relatively perform as well, so I don't think it would be worth it to like record for an hour and then edit it for like 3 more hours and upload it. So yeah, this is it. It's fun, it's short, you guys can enjoy it, and it won't be a long video because I think these days the attention span has gone down, so I don't think you guys would be interested in me just looking extremely serious all the times. Because yeah, this is a very serious show. The only reaction I give will probably be just me looking like this. So it doesn't matter. So if there were any moments that I legitimately felt like, oh my God, then I will let you guys know. So let's begin. The first thing that I noticed is that it is of a completely different tone, like I said, of any Marvel show that they put out in the last 5, 6 projects. I don't know about Black Panther, I don't know about Guardians, but they still had the same Marvel flair, from what I could tell from the trailers and clips and stuff. So um, it's extremely different. It's dark. It's gritty. It's not something that you would expect from Marvel, honestly. Like they're finally bringing back guns and blood and shooting. I think the last time we saw blood and shooting was in like Winter Soldier, and after that we just replaced it with lasers and stupid shit. So it's of a completely different tone. It discusses serious topics. The acting is super dramatic, like super tense. The music is super tense in moments like where you legitimately feel like okay, something is going on, something is gonna attack real soon, and it keeps you on your toes. It's super dramatic and very realistic, I would say. Like the themes, the settings, the roads, like you are traveling with the people, so you don't feel like, oh, you're watching some big spaceship or some weird CGI slugfest. It feels really grounded, and it's honestly a very refreshing way to go about these things. Um, the next one is Saber. So Saber, I think, wasn't mentioned in any previous movies unless it was mentioned in Guardians or something, I guess, because I'm out of touch with all these movies and shows. So Nick Fury was on Saber, which apparently is an interplanetary defense satellite or something. I don't know. It's something. But so that's where Nick Fury was at the end of Far From Home, and he's just been there for some reason. Like he just left Earth and he was just hanging out over there. Um, the show is extremely brutal. Like I said, like there's a lot of guns and fights. Oh my god, the fights are intense. Like the very first scene, I was like, oh my god, people are choking others, and it's gritty and dark. Like kids, stay away from the show. This might not be for you guys. One thing that I did not like though, throughout the show, that there were moments where the music was extremely goofy. Like eh, these shows tend to have like pretty goofy, like classic orchestral music through all the time, but like yeah, the chase sequences and everything, sometimes it felt really goofy. Um, it had crazy action and like very stylistic filmmaking. The aspect ratio, the color grading, etc. It felt so beautiful to look at. Like it felt, as someone who's a big fan of the old DC movies, I was like, yeah, this is it. And was like, I love Winter Soldier. It's probably my favorite Marvel movie. It is my favorite Marvel movie, honestly. And for me, I was like, yeah, this is it. This just matches my vibe. I was like, yes, this is it. I'm so interested in this. Then we had our first death of a Skrull. Like I keep on saying, deaths happen and they're like brutal. They're like up close. You legitimately feel that, oh my god, people are falling from buildings, and wow, it's insane. This review might have a little bit of spoilers, so yeah, but watch the episode and then like come to this. Um, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the AI intro. It was right when it started, I was like, oh my god, they're using the stable diffusion AI mechanic thing, whatever. Which is, I'm not a big fan of that. That was this is probably the biggest thing that I dislike about the show for now is the AI intro. It There were like very few scenes where the faces of the humans were merging with the Skrulls. I'm fine with that, but other than that, the intro was very ugly looking. And the fact that Marvel had to use AI is really something that's bad, because you just had Across the Spider-Verse that is made by so many talented artists and it looks so incredible. And then you have this. You have DC over there replacing, bringing back dead characters to life with like CGI, and now you have Marvel using AI. This is just, for me, this is a big ick. It's like, call me old fashioned and stuff, but yeah, this is not for me. This is one of the worst things that I've seen. So I'm not a big fan of the AI intro. The music is incredible though. The intro music is pretty good, and like I would say, nah, it doesn't come close to the Daredevil music. The Daredevil intro music is the goat. It doesn't even compare to that, but it's really really good. Um, what else? Gritty atmosphere, cinematics. Yeah, I talked about that. The editing I felt was kind of choppy. Sorry if this feels weird. I'm literally just reading from this book. This is my first time doing this, and I wrote it down because I have a habit of forgetting things. Um, the editing kind of felt a little bit choppy. Like one person says the dialogue, and the immediate like, not even half a second later, like 1 millisecond later, the other guy replies, and it was like it was not a big issue, but yeah. The next thing is Gravik. All right, so I don't think we've met Gravik or we know who Gravik is, but this happened off screen. Apparently, Talos knows who Gravik is. He probably was one of the original Skrull refugees. But yeah, Gravik is a whole new character. He's a Skrull who's leading a resistance because they were denied they were denied another planet, and for some reason they just want to take over Earth, which is insane. Um, yeah, like I don't know, but Gravik seems really really smart and really really cool for a villain, and I'm honestly so interested in seeing more of him. Literally, this pops up on the screen as I say it, which is insane. So I want to know more about Gravik. This feels like a cool villain. Um, the story of this show is it really draws you in. It really pulls you in. Like instead of leaning back, you're like, oh, I gotta watch this. It's very immersive and really pulls you in through the music, through the visuals. Incredible. Another thing that I really appreciated about this is the global scale of things. They're not just in America anymore. Aliens don't attack America anymore. Like they're in Russia, they're in Moscow, to be precise, I think. Yeah, they're in Moscow, and they're talking about threats all over the world, and this orchestrated, like, um, whatever, like this orchestrated mayhem and anarchy going that's supposed to happen. So that felt really nice. Like it's on a global scale, which is fun. Um, yeah, another main point is that it's way too political and tense, which is exactly my vibe. You guys might think that I'm repeating a few of the topics because, yeah, I wrote it down as the episode went on. So like, if I repeat some topics, it's because they popped up somewhere later on. It is really, really political and really tense, which is exactly my vibe. Like I said before, like I'm a big fan of this kind of stuff. Um, we come across a character named Sonia who apparently has history with Nick Fury. I don't know what kind of history, but they seem to be ex-partners or like they worked on missions together, whatever. And she went on to be someone really dangerous who works from the shadows while Nick Fury heads Shield. So um, yes, she seems like a really cool plot point. She seems like a really cool character that I hope shows up. And judging by the trailer, she's going to show up in another torture scene, which is I'm really intrigued. Like, look at this scene. Yeah, she's going to show up again, and I really want to know more about her. She seems interesting. Um, Another thing that I dislike about this is Fury is portrayed to be extremely old in this. Like he walks like a very old man. Like he's lost that that stillness in in what was that? The Winter Soldier and everything. Like the way he used to walk, he has lost all of that. For some reason, he's limping. I don't know when Fury got hurt. I don't know. Like he was snapped away, and after that, I don't know if he got the if he injured his leg off screen or something. I don't know. This is another thing. Like there's so many things that happened off screen that I have no context about, and these things are being told like through expositional dialogue. That's it. Like there's so many lore dumps in this episode because, about so many things that happens off screen. Talos's wife died off screen. Gaia, left the family off screen. Nick Fury left Earth for some reason off screen. It's intense, and I've probably written that point down already. But yeah, like Fury is portrayed to be very old and extremely funny and cringe, and honestly very dumb. He's portrayed to be extremely dumb, like he's taking a stroll without any protection or anything at night, and like he gets captured easily. He's not putting up a fight. Um, Again, like I think this has to be intentional and not just for comedic purposes. I think maybe they're gonna show him go back to his old self, like as the episodes progress and as he knows how great this threat is. because he seemed to be just waddling around with a gun, and like he just didn't feel like the old Fury. And the crazy thing is that they acknowledge it within the show itself. Like Mariah Hill, yeah, Mariah Hill actually acknowledges that you are not the same as you used to be, and which I found funny. Like it made more sense that this has to be intentional. Like there's no way this is just for comedic purposes. Like he cracks jokes, he's slow, he feels kind of stupid. I don't know. Weird choice like that. I hate what they did to Fury, man. I hope he comes back to his old self. Next, we go on to see New Skrullos, which is a settlement in, I don't know, near Chernobyl, some abandoned power plant. I don't know. Uh, Next, we learn more about Gaia, who I haven't seen Captain Marvel. She was probably like a small character or something, a child, Talos' kid. And Gaia is playing both sides, which is interesting. And I want to see how like this proves to be a dilemma in her life. Like she's helping Gravik as well as helping Shield. So I mean, Shield doesn't exist. She's helping Talos and Nick Fury. So that's gonna be interesting how like where she ends up. Um, I you know what I want to call her Gia just because it's a much more like normal human name. A guy is a guy. Yeah, like you have to open your mouth and shit. Whatever. Let me see. Fury shoots the Russian painter Skrull, and this is another moment. Like Fury is so dumb. Like I said before, Fury is extremely dumb. Like he was probably gonna give away like what their plan was, but Fury just like straight up dar shot him. Like why? Why would you do that? You're freaking advanced spy, whatever, and you just go ahead and shoot him. You know he wasn't being threatening. He would have probably given Talos literally had it under control. He was literally holding him back, and you just for whatever reason just shot him. Even Talos says that yo, I had it under control. Are you stupid? I love the face on Ben Mendelsohn's face. I love the expression on Ben Mendelsohn's face. Like that was very well done. Wow. But Fury just he feels so dumb in this episode. I don't know. Like I hope he gets better. The fights are extremely great, like I said before. Another, I've written down this really dumb detail that the bar that Fury and Mariah talk in, that bar has a really hot bartender, like that one woman with a red streak of hair. Really attractive. Moving on, um, yeah, like I've written this down here. It feels like a bunch of shit happened off screen. Like Talos' wife, Fury left, Gaia left. All of this, I have no clue. Like I haven't seen it happen anywhere. We don't get any flashbacks. We just get backstory. So, um, yeah, as we move on to the final act, one thing that really hit me is that Skrull shape-shifting is scary. Like the way they showed the girl with the toy ball changing onto this old man and then like changing a few more shapes and revealing it was Gravik all along. That shit had me on edge, man. Like it was so intense. I literally felt like Fury. I was like, oh my god, this is tense. Like who is who and like what are they doing? Where are they going? And then finally, Gravik blows the place up, and I was like, "Damn, this is gonna be fun." The last thing that hit me is Mariah dies. Mariah Hill just dies, and I still don't know how to feel about it. I felt her death was acted out incredibly. Like Kobe Smulders, like oh my god, that really felt like an actual death. Uh, like I said, this show is extremely gritty and like grounded. Like you legitimately feel like you are part of this operation, whatever's going on. The camera is at street level all the time, and you feel like you're actually there. And so when the death scene happens, you're like, okay, Nick Fury shoots her. So I guess that Maria is a Skrull, but then turns out that Maria is a real person, but Nick Fury was Gravik, and then Nick Fury shows up again, and Mariah probably thinks that Fury betrayed her. So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's pretty sad, but it's sad for her to go that way. Like that's. I wanted to see more of her. She seemed like a really important character, but her dying like this is. It feels like the moments from The Last of Us 2, which if you guys have played this game, I won't spoil it, but the deaths in that game felt so sudden and so like it is realistically, right? Like you're not living in a cinema, you're not living in a movie world. Like if if you die, it won't be as dramatic as they portray it in the movies. There won't be some background orchestral music playing. There won't be like no people crying. It just you just die, and that's the craziest part about this. And it really hit me. Mariah's that really helped me. Not helped me. It really hit me. And wow, what an end to the show, man! Like that all like bloody and shit and everything. Incredible, incredible. I am so invested in this. I cannot wait for the next episode to see what happens. But yeah, those were a few things that, really impacted me while watching this episode, and I'm really happy to discuss it with you guys. I took 20 minutes talking about this. So I hope this was fun. Let me know if anything, impacted you guys as well, and if I missed anything from this episode. And let me know if you like this show and if you think that this is a really fresh start for Marvel and you're really going to be invested in this. So thanks for watching. Drink loads of water, be kind to others and yourself, and see you next week for more Secret Invasion. And until then, enjoy yourself and bye bye.